Speaking of a problem, not to change the subject real quick, I just saw a tweet here that I cannot let go.
Bring it on, man. I got my X account closed up right now, but
there's a Mike Singleton, right? Mike Singleton.
Okay.
Yeah, Barron is a picture of Donald Trump and Barron. By the way, Barron Trump is a legitimate giant. Have you seen this kid?
Not in a while.
Holy fuck.
He's fighting for your throne. He's gonna be the new big
dude. This guy looks like he could palm your brain right out of your fucking skull, man. Wait till you see this kid.
All right. Blowing it up. Yeah, there we go.
Look at the size of
that
shit.
Looks like a WWF tag team wrestling pair right there.
Dude, look at the size of him.
Dude.
Look at those hands. Look at the hands. And Trump's not a small dude.
Not a small guy. I was about to say he's not a small guy either. I mean, he's one, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he's like 6'1" and he's over 200 pounds. I mean, the guy's
not
big.
A small guy, man. Holy.
Look at the size of that kid. So the tweet was from Mike Singleton. Barron Trump turns 18 today. He's fair game now.
Oh, good. Great.
Oh, okay, so here's the deal. This is from Mike Singleton, an executive at NBC Universal. He deleted it shortly after, but know this. This is what your media thinks. It is how they work. These are the kind of people you are supposed to trust with telling you the truth. That was from Carmine Sabia on Twitter. It was reposted by a friend of mine. Look at the size of that fucking kid. Look at that chest, man. You know he works out. You know his dad's got him working out. Them arms, dude, I bet you if he was a boxer, dude, he would shred you.
Dude, whoop a Secret Service agent's ass.
I mean, he's a stout kid, man.
He's the new bodyguard for Trump.
Dude, for real. That kid's a diesel engine, man.
Absolutely. Right. No, but what that guy said about it is exactly right, though. These are the people you're trusting to tell you the truth. These are the people. In fact, the interview he just did with the British media outlet. What was the name of the guy? The reporter. Anyway, the during that interview he had with this British reporter. He's a famous guy. I can't believe I'm not thinking of his name.
Piers Morgan?
No, that's not it.
Nigel Farage?
Yes, Farage. Thank you. So when he did the interview with Farage,
the Lion of London,
right?
Yeah, I love.
He did the interview with him, and great interview, by the way, if you haven't seen it. And he made the point. He made the point about saying, well, it seems like a lot more Americans are coming to British and European news outlets to actually get fair, balanced news because the American press is just lying to the people all the time. Like Nobody knows who to believe. No one knows what to trust, like what's being said. I mean, the point I made the other day on the show was, when I was looking up the Don't Say Gay bill, which is the Parental Education Rights Act.
Yeah.
I had to sift through 67 links to find the actual document. It's well, we could thank Obama for that when he got rid of the no propaganda law.
That's right.
Yeah,
he let it all lapse, and he did it on purpose.
I was just about to say, you don't think that wasn't by design?
Of course it was.
Which brings into that topic we're bringing into the one thing that I had about the Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Reobtained the court order blocking the Biden administration from violating First Amendment rights. So blocking the coercion from the Biden administration from stopping social media outlets from pushing talking points, mostly about this was from 2022, 2021, 2020.
Yeah. Well, the Twitter, I think the release of the Twitter files kind of sparked all this from Matt Taibbi and them.
Right.
They released the Twitter files and they were like, wait. The FBI had people working at Twitter, and they're like, yeah, censoring people.
Yeah, no, they were bringing in CFOs and owners of major social media outlets, and basically telling them you're going to push these certain agendas. You're going to suppress these talking points about Hunter Biden's laptop, COVID, things, Dr. Fauci, things like that. It just on and on and on and on and on. I mean, they were just censoring everything that they looked into when they pulled the files. Every talking point, everything that they were suppressing was a conservative talking point.
Of course. Yeah.
Every single one of them.
I have, if you want, it's just a little blurb here about it. This is from News Nation. It says the Supreme Court will hear the first of three free speech cases on Monday, which could change how the First Amendment is interpreted. The court will hear arguments in Murphy versus Missouri, a case that to dictate how much the government can communicate with social media platforms.
Yep.
Murphy versus Missouri. What's that?
That was what I was just talking about. Yep.
Right. It's poised to set groundbreaking legal precedents surrounding how far the government can coerce or influence social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just basically gives the case was brought by individuals who said social media content was targeted for censorship when the government asked companies like Facebook to combat misinformation about COVID-19, including masking and vaccine efficacy, as well as content about the integrity of the 2020 election.
Yep.
The plaintiffs say the government threat to regulatory action against social media companies led those entities to suppress content, which they claim was a violation of their First Amendment rights, which it was absolutely
100%. Well, it was literally former White House press secretary Jen Psaki.
Psaki. The P is silent.
The P is silent. I'm American, damn it.
Psaki. Hey, the P is silent. Me too. When I'm wearing
she issued a threat of legal consequences to social media companies if they do not censor misinformation more aggressively. After President Biden accused social media companies of killing people, quote unquote, Facebook emailed the Surgeon General to say it's not great to be accused of killing people and to say Facebook was keen to find a way to de-escalate. Social media platforms then met with the Surgeon General after the meeting with social media platforms. The platforms seemingly fell in line with the Office of the Surgeon General's of the White House request. The motivation of Dr. Fauci and other defendants was specifically a takedown or protect free speech. The Department of Homeland Security met with social media companies to both inform and pressure them to censor content protected by the First Amendment. It then expanded the word infrastructure in its terminology to include cognitive infrastructure so as to create authority to monitor and suppress protected free speech posted on social media. And then the DHS defendants believe that they had a mandate to control the process of acquiring knowledge. DHS helped create a pseudo-private organization. So basically, they tried to circumvent the First Amendment by saying these are private organizations, including the very first real amendment questions. So they basically tried to circumvent the First Amendment by saying these are private companies and they can censor whatever they want.
Right.
But when you move it to coercion by the government, by the Biden administration to do this, what's fair and balanced of that? Not to mention when they actually dug into this, it was all conservative talking points, almost exclusively.
Right.
Yeah. You tell me what's free speech about that.
Well, nothing. And the reason there's no free speech involved there is because the second you try to say that there's free speech, but you say something that's disagreed with by the government, they're going to use the power of the government to tell you that you cannot do that.
Well,
and that's coercion.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, and that's coercion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have a Webster dictionary in front of me, but we could look up what the actual definition of fascism is. Well, sounds eerily similar.
It is, except for the fact that it's not, because coercion, they're kind of asking you to do something with the threat of power. Fascism is that they're telling you to do it.
Yeah,
like they're not quite there yet, but they are. This is more like soft fascism or soft totalitarianism.
Kind of like when Michael Corleone comes to you and offers you something you can't refuse, kind of thing.